Welcome to Life Home Kids. Yeah.
Welcome to episode 9.
9.
How exciting that we are in your house, on your TV screen.
You've got blinds on your TV. That's crazy. Well, look, it's Mother's Day, so I think we need to bring on some special people. So we need to go get our mothers. Do you want to go get your mother?
I would like to get my mother since she's right there.
Well, I'm going to go run and find mine. We got to get off the screen.
This is my mum, Asami, and I love her so much.
Oh, thank you.
Not happy birthday.
Really?
Happy Mother's Day.
I don't think you remember that when you were in my tummy still. When I was pregnant, I'm maybe nearly due date. I feel something like, what is that? I thought, what is that? I thought my heartbeat? No, it's not too slow. Then I realized that it hiccuped. You did hiccup in my tummy. Yeah, you didn't make me sleep. And when I lie down in your bed, that suddenly started hip. Oh gosh, please stop. But you didn't stop.
Oh man.
After you birth, after your baby, I was holding like that. You start hic. Oh yes, this is my baby. You were so adorable.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you,
you were so
Mum.
cute.
Oh. Also, now we're gonna call over Kate and her mum.
Where are they? Coming.
This is my mum Bronwyn, and I am her best and first child. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, love. You're my eldest child, and
And the best.
And the best. She thinks she's the best. But I've got a funny story about you when you thought you were the best bike rider, and
Oh, no.
I remember when we were on holidays and you and Jaden thought you'd go for a bike ride and riding along this track, and I think you must have been just behind Jaden or alongside of him, and you're riding along thinking you're just so great. Next thing you look around and you see Jaden go down through a creek bed. And you were like, how the heck did he get down there? And you're riding along and you went straight off the bridge. It was over the creek, and it was like you're going, how the heck did he get down there? Boom, you were down there. The bike was on top of you, and
Yeah, I'm traumatized.
it was funny. It was only funny because you didn't get hurt. But yeah, you haven't really liked bike riding since,
I
have you?
got psychologically hurt. I didn't ride a bike after that.
No, but it was fun. And
Thanks.
being your mum has just been an amazing blessing, and just to watch you grow up and just to share all those times with you, and just to see your heart grow for God, and just all the love that you show us and the fun, like living in the house with Kate is crazy sometimes, and she makes us laugh, and she's just such a blessing to us. So thank you, sweetheart.
Thanks, Mum. That's enough about me. All right, we've got Tim up next. So Tim and Rachel, come on, your turn.
Hello. What are you doing, Tim?
Hi guys, this is my. She's gone. Walk on. Hi, this is my mum. This is Rachel. She birthed me.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Right. Hi, Life Kids. You probably like to hear a funny story about Timothy when he was little. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Timothy bounces everywhere he goes. He doesn't just walk, he bounces. And it was the same when he was a little kid. And his little fingers would get into everything. And he rolled over when he was only 3 months old. And then he crawled flat out at 5 months, and he was walking at 12 months. It was all happening.
I was just the best.
And one horrid day, this is a gross story too, guys. One horrid day, I was on the phone at the front of the house, and I could hear the boys down the back. And Timothy's older brother was potty training, learning how to do number ones, number twos in the potty. And then I suddenly heard Jeremy say, "No, Tim, no!" And I'm like, uh-oh, what's happened? And I went down there, and to my horror, Timothy had a brown log in his hand, and he'd picked up Jeremy's poo out of the potty. It was gross.
It was moist.
And so then I didn't know I had to pick it up and put it in the toilet and wash my hands. Anyway, but I love you. I
Oh,
love
thanks.
being your mum.
Good to see he hasn't traumatized you.
So yes, he's
It's
very
traumatised me.
was a very, very busy boy, and he's still a busy boy. So
true.
we called Tim Tigger because he just bounces everywhere, and he's still our Tigger.
Wowzers.
But I love being your mum,
Oh, thanks.
and love the big hugs that you give me,
Oh, thanks.
and your heart for God, and your singing and piano playing. I love it.
Oh,
so
she's gone overboard
it's all
here.
been
She's
good.
gone
It's
overboard.
been an adventure.
Oh, well, I like being the favourite, so thank you.
Well, you're not the favourite,
Ah.
but you know, it's been an adventure.
Hey, Tigger.
Oh, hi. How's that bike training going?
Do you-
Anyway, welcome back.
Thank you, mums, for those amazing gross stories. If we're
Embarrassing.
talking about poos.
Embarrassing stories.
Tigger here.
Yep, please. They're
Anyway,
disgusting.
we
Anyway.
have special guests for
Oh,
you.
yes, we do.
We have Wyatt
Oh,
and Emmeline
Oh.
Galash. And what pets do they have here?
I've got guinea pigs.
They've got two
Little
little guinea pigs.
pigs.
So it's over to them.
It's like a rabbit, but smaller.
It's not
That's-
like a rabbit at all.
They're throwable.
They're not throwable. All right, we're getting off now.
Okay, I've got.
My name is Wyatt, and he's my pet guinea pig called Marshmallow. I love him because he's really fluffy and he's warm. I take care of him by giving him food and water.
Hello, my name is called Emmeline, and here's my guinea pig. Her name is called Chalky, and I like her because she likes me and I like her, and she copies me. Because I love my guinea pig because she likes me.
Thank you so much, Emmeline and Wyatt, for showing us your big guinea pigs.
Your big guinea pigs. Your big guinea pigs.
I'm sorry, your
or
guinea
small
pigs.
rabbits. Anyway, we're going to be going to Leaders Camp now to go watch some crazy experiments with Rachel. So let's run on over there.
Let's go!
Hi Life Kids, welcome to Leaders Camp. My name is Rachel and today you get to join me as we do some science experiments together. Shall we get started? Come on, come join me.
Now for this project, first you need the adults' help. So set your oven dial up to 260 degrees. I have just done that. And then also put some foil on an oven tray. So we're going to crack an egg and we're going to slowly separate the egg yolk from the egg white, making sure that the yellow part of the egg stays in the eggshell and that the egg white stays in the bowl, just like that. I'm going to do that for the other two eggs here. Fantastic. Now we've got our 3 egg whites in the bowl. Now what we need to do is we need to add half a cup of sugar. There's 1/2 right there. Use our beater and we're going to blend it all up. See how it's all sticky and there's lots of little peaks in the bowl? That means that the mixture is nice and thick. So it is time to get out our ice cream. Now we have our ice cream. Now I have our biscuit that I made earlier today. Put our ice cream, yummy, on top of our biscuit. And I'm going to cover the ice cream with all the egg white. The science behind this is that all tiny little air bubbles are made, but are then trapped in the foam. These air bubbles protect the ice cream so that when it cooks in the oven, it slows the hot air from getting into the ice cream, and so that it hopefully doesn't melt. Shall we put it in the oven and see how we go? Alright boys and girls, I put it in there for maybe only 2 minutes before the meringue started to get all hard and you can see all the brown bits on top. But you know what? The ice cream hasn't melted. It's amazing. The air has stayed trapped in and protected the ice cream from actually melting, which means only one thing. It means I can get a bowl and eat it myself. Maybe you can make some with your mum too. Boys and girls, we're back for our second science experiment. Do you know the difference between a liquid and a solid? A solid is something nice and hard like a ball, but a liquid is something that is runny like water. And today we'll be making something that is both a liquid and a solid. How amazing is that? So the first thing that we need today is 3 tablespoons of corn flour. So I've got it right here. We're going to put this into the bowl. Now we need 1 tablespoon of water. Stir, 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 stir. My mixture is pretty powdery still. We need to pour a little bit more in, but you can't put too much in. This looks much better. And I'll tell you why, because the powder is still there and it's still really thick and really hard to move my spoon through, but it's not too runny, I don't think. So shall we give it a go? What we're gonna do is when it's really runny like this, see? That's called a liquid. But if I was to put this in my hand right now and roll it into a bowl, it would turn really, really hard straight away, which means that turns into a solid. And the science behind this is that the corn flour particles float when they're in water, but when you roll them together, the particles are forced together, which makes them compress. So that when you stop rolling the bowl of corn flour in your hand again, they float again and they spread out. That's why it goes really hard and then it goes really soft. I'm just going to try picking some up and roll it together in my hand like this. I can already feel it being really quite hard and firm. And I'm just rolling it in my hand like this and it's really, really hard. And but if I was to stop rolling, it would suddenly fall into a big heap of water again. I promise. Look at this. Whoa. But then I can put my hands together and I force those particles together and it makes the bowl of corn flour really, really hard again. It's so fun to play with. You can play with it all day out in your garden, not inside, out in your garden. For our third experiment today, we're going to be learning about carbon dioxide. What is it? Well, people breathe in oxygen to live and to breathe. But trees, they breathe in carbon dioxide. 2 tablespoons of bicarb soda in this glass. And then we're going to slowly pour some white vinegar. When you mix vinegar and bicarbonate soda together, which is this stuff, it creates carbon dioxide. Now I'm actually going to chuck the 10 sultanas of raisins in. As you can see, the raisins are going all the way up to the top, and when they hit the top, they're falling back down to the bottom. Why is that? This is because the gas that is attached to the sultanas, and it carries them all the way to the top. And at the surface of the vinegar, the bubbles pop, and it sends all the raisins crashing down to the bottom again. So you see that one? The bubbles carried them all the way to the top. When it got to the top, the bubbles popped, and it went back down again. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Do you want to give it a go? See if your sultanas dance just like mine? This one is going to take a couple days to do. So first you need 1 egg and 1 cup. Pour the vinegar in the cup so that the egg is covered in vinegar. I like it, so it's been nearly 3 days since we put the vinegar and the egg together. Here we are. You can see that the bubbles are slowly making the eggshell dissolve away from the egg. Now, eggshell is made almost completely of calcium. Calcium is really important because it keeps the eggshell hard. What has happened is that now our egg is no longer hard, it's rubbery. Oh, wow, that is an actual egg. Oh my gosh, as I'm touching it, I'm actually peeling away the layers of the egg. It's really crazy. That comes to the conclusion of all of our science experiments. Have a great week. See you later.
Thank you, Rach, for those science experiments. I know I learnt a lot.
I learned a lot too. It was really interesting actually. I loved that.
Definitely the egg one. That was so cool.
It was very cool. Now we're going to go to the big word, and we have a new word, a new verse, which comes from Thessalonians 5 verse 16. We have some actions to go along with it, so we're going to learn it once and we're going to go through it again. It goes like this. Always be joyful.
Be joyful.
Show me your biggest smile, because we've got to be always joyful. And never stop praying.
Stop praying.
Be thankful
Be thankful
no matter
no matter
what happens.
what happens.
Thessalonians 5 verse 16.
Thessalonians 5 verse 16. That's
Also,
hard.
also, now we've learned, so we're gonna do it again. Always be joyful. Never stop praying. Be thankful whatever happens. Thessalonians 5 verse 16. Now we've got really special videos of you guys talking about how much you love your mums.
Yep, you say their names, you say how much you love them and what they do for you. You guys did a really good job of this, and we can't wait for you all to see each other on the screen talking about your mums. Let's go!
Julie.
My mom is Sarah Joy.
Callum. I'm Vanessa.
My mom is Asami.
Vanessa. And she likes to do cooking.
What is this?
She likes to go on holidays with the family and have a good time. She likes to play with me, kiss me, cuddle me, and love me. Sit down and drink tea.
She likes to watch TV.
Sleep and do exercise. Read books. Always make sure that we're healthy and that we eat less junk food every single day. Because she's got a heart in her chest.
So much. Big much.
She lets me get to make my own stuff, and she helps me if I need help. Because she shows it to me by giving me kisses and cuddles. She gives us cuddles and kisses every night and prays for us. You hug me and kiss me all the time.
Because she gives me lots of kisses and hugs.
She cuddles me. We give her cuddles and kisses and lots of love. And we look after her. I do jobs for you. Because I have a heart in my chest.
Because I give her lots of hugs and I cook her food sometimes.
By giving her cuddles and kisses. And playing games with her.
You're my hero.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mum.
Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mum.
Have a birthday, Mum.
That Mother's Day video was so beautiful. You guys nearly made me cry. That was so nice. I bet your mums are all amazing. I have a mum too. You met her earlier in the episode. Her name's Bronwyn, and I'm so glad that she's my mum. I feel so lucky to have her. Well, since it's Mother's Day, I thought I'd pretend to be a mum. So this is my doll from when I was your age, and her name is Emma. And I used to love playing with her, dressing her up, putting her in different outfits, and taking her out for walks in my pram. Well, everyone has a mum, and everyone has a dad. That just makes sense, right? That's how you were made. But sometimes we just don't think about that mums are actually our age once. They were a baby, and then they grew up and got old, and now they're just going to keep getting older. So they have their own story too, even if we don't think that they do. In the Bible, there are lots of women that are mums, and they're amazing, and they are God-fearing women who obey what He says. And we're going to have a look at some of those today. The first one is Hannah. Can you all say Hannah? Good. And we find her story in the Old Testament, which is at the start of the Bible, and it's in something called 1 Samuel. Now, Hannah was a wife, and like most wives, they want children. I know I want to have a baby when I'm a wife, but the thing is, she had a struggle with actually getting pregnant. She couldn't have children. I know I'd be very sad if I wasn't going to be able to have a child. So she went to the temple many times, and she cried out to God, and she was weeping and saying, God, don't you remember me? Can't you see how much I am hurting? I want to be able to have a child. Please give me a child. She was so desperate that she even said that if you give me a child, I will give them back to you. Meaning that she will give them back to the temple, and that their baby will live there and grow up there. She wouldn't even get to see it. That's amazing. That's crazy. Anyway, one day when she was at the temple, a guy called Eli was there. Now, he was a priest, and when he saw her, he thought something was wrong because she wasn't really crying out loud. She was more so doing it in her heart, and she was kind of muttering like this, like you can't really hear her. So he thought something was going on with her, that she was a bit crazy. But she explained that what was going on, and what Eli said to her was, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant you what you have asked of him." So Hannah went, and sometime later, God did answer her prayer. So God does answer prayers, and He does hear you, but sometimes it's just not directly when you ask for it. So no matter what, keep praying, keep asking God, but just know that His timing is always best, because He knows what's in store for you and wants you to have the best life ever. So Hannah eventually got what she asked for. And as she said back earlier to God, she decided to give this little boy called Samuel back to God. So it says in 1 Samuel here, I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted me what I asked of him. So now I give him to the Lord. For his whole life he will be given over to the Lord and serve him for the rest of his days. She kept her promise. She gave back her one and only son, Samuel, and gave him back. And Samuel grew up to be a very important prophet who spoke of the Lord and was very crucial to the historic events that happened in that land. Now, there's one more I want to talk to you about. So that was Hannah, remember? Say Hannah. Good. The next one is Mary. And you might know her. Who do you reckon she is? Mary. We might have talked about her like a couple weeks ago at Easter. She's kind of important. Yes, she's Jesus' mother, Mary. So she was a young girl, and she was a maiden, she was a virgin, and she was engaged to be with Joseph. Now, she was just in her house one day, just cleaning, just making food, just doing her thing. And then the angel of the Lord appeared to her, and his name was Gabriel. So it was just like a bright light in the room. Just some angel thing looking there. I would be terrified. I would probably yell and run. But Mary, she stayed, and the angel said to her, don't be afraid, but the Lord has chosen you to do a very important task. Mary was asked to carry the Son of God. That's insane. That's such an honor to be chosen by God to carry Jesus and to be the one that raises him and be his mother. So we are so thankful for our mums. They do so much. Even before we're even born, they hang us around in their tummy for 9 months, just getting bigger and bigger. And then you finally come out, which I've heard apparently really hurts. And then they still pay for you, and they raise you, and they look after you. They're super mums. They're super mums. Anyway, make sure you thank Mum. Make sure you tell her how much you love her today. But the last thing I want to say is we talked about Jesus a couple weeks ago at Easter and what he did for us. And Jesus, after he was born in Bethlehem, he grew up and he became the person that saved us for our sins. He was the one that died on the cross for us, and he was the one that said, yes, I will do that for them. Even though he didn't have to. He could have said no, but he did it anyway. So if you are someone that hasn't accepted that and hasn't chosen to be a child of God yet and fully accepted that in your heart, you can do that today. Even in your room, wherever you are. It doesn't have to be at church, because God is with you wherever you are. And if that's you, you want to say, yes, I want Jesus to be my Lord and Saviour. Yes, I want to be his best friend. And yes, I want to follow him for the rest of my life. I want you to put your hand up on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And if that was you, you have made the best decision of your life. And we're so happy for you. And we can't wait for you to tell us when we come back. Or even message us and let us know. We'd love to hear. But God knows, God saw that hand. So we're going to pray all together. I want everyone to repeat after me. All right, let's close our eyes and let's pray to Jesus. Dear Jesus, I thank you that you love me. I thank you that you died on the cross for me. I thank you that you get to be a part of my life. And I choose now to accept that. Please be with me for the rest of my life and guide me in everything I do. You are amazing and I love you so much. And thank you for my mum. And we all said, Amen. I've got Michael and Tim here with me to help you know what you're gonna do. So first is the Mother's Day craft. So you should have pieces of paper with hearts on them. So get them out. We're gonna have little holes as well on the top. Now what I want you to do first is grab some scissors and then cut them out so they're just single hearts by themselves. You can try and keep it as neat as you can. So at the end of this craft, we're actually gonna give it to our mums. And they're gonna have little things on these, writing the things that we love about our mum. Or you can draw a picture of your mum, or draw a picture of something that you love about your mum. So you should have a crayon in there as well. We'll give you some time to cut up your hearts.
I love chocolate.
I prefer lollies.
My mum makes good apple crumble. What does your mother make, Kate?
We make pavlovas.
Wow.
We even make mini ones so it's easier to eat.
Wowzers. Tell your parents what their best meal that they make is.
You can even draw it on your
You can draw it when you put it on here. I'm going to draw an apple crumble on here.
I might even start a honey crackle. I love honey crackles.
crackle.
My mum makes.
Oh, what a dream.
She told me how to make them, but now I make them because I'm old enough to do that.
Wow. Okay, how old are you?
Well, Tim, I am not the same age as you.
Wow.
How old are you?
Oh, not the same age as you. Oh.
You're 20, Tim.
Michael knew that I was 20. I am 20 years old. Do I look old or young? Ask your parents to put it in the comments below. Am I 20, older or younger? Who knows? And if you get it right, you'll get a virtual high five from me. That means not real. They are. Well, look, Kate, I'm done my love hearts.
Oh, good job, Tim. How you going, Michael? You nearly done?
His are better than mine.
All right. Do you want to draw something on there or write something that you love about your mum?
Oh, I definitely will.
We met Tim's mum earlier. It was
We
Rachel.
did. She told a poo story about me. It was disgusting. All right, I'm going to draw a
Poo.
beautiful
Poo
apple
colour.
crumble.
Are you ready, Michael, to write something on yours?
No.
Or draw? What colour do you want? Yellow? Alright. No, skin colour.
Oh, yes. That's looking like a good apple crumble
ahead.
there. Good apple crumble right there. Oh, very nice. Kate, if you were a dessert, what type of dessert would you be?
I would be chocolate covered strawberry.
Oh, chocolate covered strawberries. I'm going to stick with the trend and just say apple crumble. Apple crumble.
Apple crumble is good.
It is beautiful. Someone say apple crumble is literally a recipe from the Lord. It's probably a lie, but
Sure
anyway.
The Lord loves apple crumble
That's
too.
true. Well, look, my apple crumble is turning out okay here, and I'm kind of happy with it.
My honey crack was a little bit. Doesn't really look like one, but that's okay. My mum
That's
is
okay.
gonna know.
She'll know what it is. She's interpreted your drawings your whole life, and so she'll know.
That is true.
That is an apple crumble right there.
She's a good one.
Michael's writing some words on his. I didn't even think of that. I should write some words on mine.
Can he even write words?
I don't even know, because I've got the brain of a 4-year-old.
He's not kidding.
Uh,
Not kidding.
Anyway,
When you're nearly done and you've put something on all of the hearts, we're gonna put the red or pink one up first. And this says, I love my mum because. So that's gonna go at the front of every other heart. So when Tim and Michael are done, I'm gonna all stack them up and we're gonna thread the bit of string through and make a little book that your mum can flip through. Just a reminder how much you love her.
baby.
Is your apple pie done? Can I
My
have
apple
that
pie
one?
is done. There we go.
Thank you.
Des.
Yours is done.
Oh,
Alright, we're gonna line
Knuckles.
up all the holes.
Snail.
Bit of a puzzle doing that. There we go.
Oh,
We're
this
gonna
is
put the
looking good.
string through,
Oh, this is looking good.
and then we're gonna tie a little knot.
Oh,
If you need help, you can ask someone to help you with this.
you can't ask me, okay, because we won't be there. Because we're in the TV. That's how it works.
I'm gonna tie a little bow, just like that, like when you tie your shoes. And there we go, we're done. And your mum can flick through,
Oh,
she can see what you love about her.
oh,
So good.
that is looking beautiful.
One more craft we've got in our little activity pack involves a balloon.
Balloon. Oh my goodness. It was. We almost had
I think I scared
we almost had an
Michael.
injury on camera. That was mad.
He's okay. He's
Balloons
alright.
hurt.
Look, he's okay.
Use balloons under parent supervision.
You also
Otherwise
have some
things could go wrong.
rice.
Use
And we're going to
rice
put the rice
under parent supervision.
into the balloon. So you
Be
might
around
need two
Kate.
people to help you do this.
Under parent supervision.
I don't know what Tim's talking about.
I don't
Ignore
know.
him.
We're gonna use rice. Anyway, go
We're going
for
to
it.
make a little snip in the corner of the plastic bag to help get it into the tiny little funnel of the balloon. Thank you, Tim. Yep, we're going to make a hole in this little corner. And then Tim and you are going to help.
Oh, we're gonna both do it. I
put
feel
it
like I
in
have.
there. Yeah, you're going to have to open it really wide. So maybe if you and Tim both
Okay, here
hold
we
it.
go. we need to
That
open it. We need to
one's
open
Tim.
it. So grab the round. So here we go. I'll pull this way. Okay, hold on. Let me get set. There we go. That's looking pretty good. All right, there we go. There we are. Trying to hold it really far open. All
So
right,
you're
we're
gonna
ready.
Put the tip in,
We're ready, Kate.
and then
We're
you're going
ready.
to let the rice go into the balloon. It's going, it's going.
I see
It's
trees.
still going. Of green. Red roses too.
I like cheese.
Alright, is that how much?
All right, I think we can probably go with that. Here we go. Stick that in there.
Whoop. It's a bit messy. You might want to do it.
That's right,
on
Michael.
a
I
safe
can
side.
take over. Here we go. Yeah, push it down. Push it in there. Oh, we're losing more rice. We're losing
Got
more.
it?
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, I saw rice go flying at the camera. Sorry, cameraman. All
Now
right,
we're
there we
going to
go.
tie a knot
We're going to tie a little
so
knot.
the rice can't come out.
Bit up, bit up.
Well done.
Oh,
And now you
There
have
we
a little
go.
fidget that you
Oh.
can squish.
wowzers.
Thank you, Michael and Tim. Good job.
Dream team.
Bye, guys.
Oh, okay, good crafting.
Thank
That
you.
looks incredible.
Well, you did a pretty good job of
Oh.
that apple crumble.
I tried.
Well, right now we have one more thing to go.
One more thing. What could that be, Kate?
It's got a little bit of this,
Oh,
a little bit of this,
I can't dance, but it's got.
a little bit of this,
Oh, Oh, get it.
It's called
it?
Deep Cries
in, out.
It's definitely out.
I've got a river of living water, a fountain that never will run dry. It's an open heaven you're releasing, and we will never be denied. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells. We're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna dance in the river. Dance in the river. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells. We're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna jump in the river. Jump in the river. Deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to. We cry out to, we cry out to you, Jesus. I've got a river of living water, a fountain that never will run dry. It's an open heaven you're releasing, and we will never be denied. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells. We're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna dance in the river. Dance in the river. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells. We're stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna jump in the river. Jump in the everybody sing it out. Deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to. We cry out to, we cry out to you, Jesus. Deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to. We cry out to, we cry out to you, Jesus. We're falling into deeper waters, calling after you. We're walking into deeper waters, going after you. Everybody clap your hands. If he goes to the left, then we'll go to the left. And if he goes to the right, then we'll go to the right. We're gonna jump, 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 jump in the river. Jump, 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 jump. Everybody, if he goes to the left, then we'll go to the left. And if he goes to the right, then we'll go to the right. We're gonna dance, 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 dance in the river. Dance, 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 dance. Everybody, if he goes to the left, then we'll go to the left. And if he goes to the right, then we'll go to the right.
Oh, I thought we were going to do it again.
We should do that. Ready? Ready?
Yes.
We're gonna. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, bang. Ready?
Wait.
1, 2, 3.
Bang.
I think I won.
Okay, do it again. Do it again.
Ah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
1,
1, 2, 3.
bang.
Bang.
I just.
I still won.
I turned around straight away, just like. Wait.
I was down there.
You probably did still one because you ducked. You'd have ducked the bullet.